This is yet another edition of the Sunday Live podcast, and we bring to you this week's edition of the Sports Rap. And I'm joined by my colleague Fungai Mderode. Fungai, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Methluli. Hello, viewers. Good to have you along.
Yes, this week we talk the Warriors. We're talking Kawabili shock announcement that he's retiring. We're talking the Lady Chevrons losing 3-0 to Bangladesh, and of course the Sebos winning out against Brazil in Stellenbosch, and we're talking the Chibuku Super Cup and the midweek fixtures. And well, Fungai, we start off with the news that Kawabili well, to me it's a shock. He's only 31 years and he's announcing his retirement with just 1.5 months away from the Africa Cup of Nations. What do you think? Should Kama be retiring at 31 years of age?
I wouldn't say that, Methluri. What a shock it was. Everyone is in the country is stunned. People are talking about it in the streets. The timing was so awful, Methluri. I can say it's a boy, a poster boy, who actually has turned out for Zimbabwe for the past 10 years, showing some great performances, scoring for this country. I wonder what actually got into his head, Methluri. Actually, I still think that we still need to come a period.
What do you think would have made him to come to this shock retirement at 31? We've seen Ronaldo at 36 still going strong for Portugal and Man United. What do you think? Why would Kama retire at 31 years of age?
His retirement, Methluri, I can say it has actually opened a can of worms. People are beginning to talk about a lot of things. I would suggest, or I would think, or I would say, Kama Piliati's retirement was actually maybe he was compared to retire. Maybe just the reason being that the way the players are treated when they are in the national team camp, the way the treatment that they receive from catchers of Zifa, those boys are not sort of recognized to be professional footballers. The treatment is just it's awful. I can say that again.
And let's look at Kama Piliati's figures. He has been playing for Zimbabwe since 2011, and he has scored some great goals for the country. Of course, he has not scored, I think, for 2 full years now. He scored against Somalia in that World Cup qualifier. That was the preliminary round when we lost Somalia away 1-0. Then we came back home and won 3-1 against Somalia. That what took us to where we just came from now, where we just playing second round against South Africa, Ghana, and Ethiopia. Let's look at Kama Piliati's record for the Warriors. I'm sure he's one of prolific goal scorers for Zimbabwe for the past 10 years.
Yeah, it was, in fact, it was 10 years of great service, Methluri, from Kama Piliati after making his debut in March 2011. Methluri, he turned out for this country, he made 42 appearances, scoring 14 beautiful goals in Warriors yellow, Methluri. I wonder, actually, I would maybe beg our football coach to convince the boy just to make a U-turn and decide otherwise, Methluri. We still need to come a period. 1.5 months before we go for the AFCON in Cameroon, then one of our poster boys decides to wave goodbye. It's really disappointing and shocking, Methluri.
And do you think that is it still time for him to reconsider that decision?
I think maybe the likes of Knowledge Msona, the team captain, his best friend, Norman Mapeza, the coach who gave him his debut in the Warriors colours in 2011, can actually talk to the boy. Even the other guys in the Warriors national team setup, they can actually, even the Warriors team manager, Mpandara, can actually talk to the boy. I think even the media, as the media, we can actually write stories, talk about it. We still need to come up with that. We need to find each other. It's a crisis. It's a football crisis. A Zimbabwe football crisis. We still need to come up with that. You still need that man from Kaizer Chiefs.
But if Kama decides that, my time is up, do you think likes of Zemura, Bruce Kangwa, do you think they can step up into that left wing attacking role for the Warriors?
Not taking away anything from Bruce Kangwa, Kodavashe Mahachi, you can name them, but what I can say at the moment, we need to come up with that, Methluri. Yes, Bruce Kangwa can rise to the occasion. Kodavashe Mahachi can come and still rise to the occasion. Even Knowledge Msona can still rise to the occasion, but we still need to come up with that. That boy from Fakose is needed in that national team setup.
Well, Fungai, the Warriors have just finished their World Cup qualifiers, disastrous campaign, I should say. We just drew 1-1 against Ethiopia at National Sports Stadium, and having lost South Africa 1-0 at FNB Stadium. How can you sum up the campaign? Like we just said, Billy had rescued our campaign back in 2019. We're down and out after losing to Somalia 1-0 away, and then we came home and won. Then we did manage to progress to the first round where we played against Ghana, Ethiopia, and South Africa. But we just finished now, bottom of the log, 2 points, just 2 draws against South Africa at home and Ethiopia just on Sunday. How can you sum up the performance by the Warriors in this World Cup qualifiers?
It was a disappointing and unpleasant campaign, Mehluli. 39 years later, after Ben Kofi said, even a coach from the moon can't take us to the World Cup, we are still feeling the pinch, we are still feeling the pain, Mehluli. Unfortunately, since 1981, 1982, when the late Ghanaian coach Ben Kofi said it, and we are still feeling it now, the Warriors hit in another unpleasant campaign. Just imagine managing to amass a paltry 2 points, Mehluli, from 6 outings, having a goal difference of -5, Mehluli. As a nation, it should be worrying us.
But against Ethiopia, we just 3 minutes away from recording a win. Did you watch the match? I'm sure you watched the match. And what do you make of failure by Zimbabwe to hold on to that, to hold on and get that crucial win that you so much needed as Zimbabweans?
Mehluli, drawing against Ethiopia, football means, Mehluli, it means a lot about our current situation. We are in a crisis, Mehluli. We just need to maybe to rise to. We need to just to post a win, just to salvage a win. Then maybe get a face saver. We had a very, very awful campaign, but we just needed to beat Ethiopia. Then maybe have a face saver. It was going to help the boys maybe regain that confidence ahead of the AFCON finals. But unfortunately, 3 minutes to go, it was yet another Sonia Yetsofa story for Zimbabwe.
1.5 months away from AFCON in Cameroon. Is there still enough time to regroup for the Warriors? What's going to be done, Fungai, for to have been to AFCON 2004, 6, 17, 19, but we're yet to pass the group stage? With the way we just perform now, in this World Cup qualifiers, do you think that we can go to AFCON and make this huge impression?
We can go to AFCON and make a huge impression, but a unit of purpose is really needed. Those boys, in fact, the national team, they need to move. They are not coming here they will not be coming here for holidays, Mehluli. They just need to move. We can't have professional footballers missing flights, Mehluli, and coming to camp. Even players coming and telling us that they are injured. Just imagine getting someone from South Africa, bring him here. It doesn't do any action for us. Then he claims that he is injured. I'm not sorry to use the word claim, but it tells you that he is injured, Mehluli. Having a player missing a flight time and again.
Indeed, Fungai, we expect a lot from our players. I think the players know themselves. A player, like you're saying, someone came all the way from South Africa, flew to Zimbabwe, stayed in a hotel for days, getting allowances, but they're not even training. They go back to South Africa to their base, and you see them playing for their club. So it's really worrying, and that actually needs to change. And players missing flights, I think they know themselves. Time and again, players miss flights, and then they accuse the coaches or the management of maybe treating them, but players must really up their game. Then coming to local action in terms of the midweek action, with what Highlanders taking on against Platinum Stars, also lost the opening match. What has been said, that's the worst start for Highlanders in 5 years. It's been failing to get a draw in the opening match, losing to Black Rhinos in the National Sports Stadium. Now they're playing against Platinum Stars, a powerful stadium. Can you expect Lulu to turn things around very quickly?
At the moment, Mehluli, I would say Highlanders is burning, but Zimbabwean football needs Highlanders. Sorry to say that it's early days yet, but the thing is, it was a worst start for Highlanders in 5 years. It was a season where the season opener, where we witnessed a number of 22 goals being scored, with the Renters' Tino Benza scoring the first goal of the 2021-2022 season. Against Platinum, we talked about Nyasha Chinduli in our previous edition. he was on target. In fact, he found the first hat-trick of the season. So he's the man to watch even when Highlanders are going to face them today. Then the other thing, Mehluli, 9 teams, that is Ulawa City, Highlanders, ZPC Karepa, Caps United, Craven Police, Wawa, Triangle, Yata, and Harare City. Those are the 9 teams that failed to find the target in the previous PSL matches. So actually, they failed to score in their week 1 fixtures. We wonder what will happen in their week 2 fixtures, Mehluli. But Highlanders, in fact, one of the big clubs, they were one of the big clubs, including Caps United, who failed to find the target. Dynamos managed to secure a one win triumph. So from the big 3, Highlanders and Caps United are the only teams that failed to score. And Highlanders are the only team from the big 3 who actually failed to collect even a mere point, Mehluli.
Well, it's quite insightful there from Fungai. And of course, the led Chevrons losing disappointingly against Bangladesh out at home, and they are playing the World Cup qualifiers in a few days' time, starting in Harare. And of course, the Sables doing the nation proud by winning against Brazil in a tough encounter out in South Africa. Well, this has been another edition of the Sunday Live podcast, bringing you the Sunday News Sports Wrap. Join us again for another edition where we dissect, we go deeper into the sports as we go into the season is starting now, and I hope to get with more insights from Fulani and my colleague. Thank you.